Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I am here today with another super fun project using the Stampin' Up! Christmas Scottie set. I love this set. So I'll be making several projects throughout the week using this stamp set. And I will show you how you can buy it, what I used. So let me show you the project. It is so fun. It is non-traditional Christmas colors, just in case, you know, if you're going to a craft fair, maybe you want one or two items that's not traditional Christmas. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas or whatever. But look at how absolutely adorable this is. I love it. Yes, these are chocolate Scottie cookies. I cannot. The reason why I bought this stamp set was because I found these at the grocery store. I love Walker's Shortbread. I never tried the chocolate. I always just got the regular shortbread. But look at how cute these are. They were inexpensive. There's, I want to say 9. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 9 cookies that come in a little tray like this. So this is super great for craft fairs, Secret Santa, or just, you know, a little cheer, a little act of kindness that you can do. So I will show you everything that we used. First and foremost, the cookies. I did use a 3x5 food safe bag. You know, you just get these wherever you get your clear bags. I used my laminator to laminate the backing. So that way it was food safe as well. According to Google, laminated paper is food safe as long as your laminating pouch was in its, you know, kept clean in its original packaging, which mine are very clean in the original packaging because it was brand new. So with that being said, use the Christmas Scottie Bundle. Let me show you the paper first. I'm still using the Painted Christmas 12x12 156292. I did do a full video a long time ago as to what it looks like. Here are some of the pieces you can see here. Obviously the stamp set and the punch, which is in the mini catalog July through December 2022 on page 34. Here he is. Get that bundle so you can save some money. 159744. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I have my website if you want to order it. TiffanyMcGill.stampinup.net. So there you go. Use that bundle. I also used on page 43. I used the gems. It is in the Gnomes suite. In case you're wondering, the Gnome suite will be back. The stamp set and the dies will be back the week of August 22nd, 2022, and the paper should be back in September. But I used the gems, the fine sparkle adhesive back gems, page 43. They are number 159967, the mini. Okay. And also in the mini, I used the trio punch, which is on page 79. Right here, very best trio punch. Again, I used the fancy corner rounder, 159878. And in the annual catalog, which was the May 2022 through April 2023, I used on page 152 the banner punch here. So banners pick a punch. 153608. I use that punch. Okay. And then I used my inks. Because I wanted this to be non-traditional colors with a little traditional winter or Christmas, you know, pine needles and berries, you know, it can be Christmas, can be winter. I picked Petal Pink. So it did say Calypso Coral match, but I felt Petal Pink matched a little bit better. So that's what I did. I picked Petal Pink. And I used Petal Pink cardstock, Petal Pink ink. I also use Blackberry Bliss to stamp my puppy dog, and I used Early Espresso for my puppy. Okay, so that's everything that I use for this project. So let's go ahead and do the project. You are going to need one sheet of paper that is, where's my cheat sheet? It's actually 3 by 8 1/4 is what it is. I don't know where my cheat sheet is, but I know that's what it is. Okay, on the long side, you're going to put the long side in your scoreboard and you're going to score it at, sorry, my scoreboard fell on the floor. You're going to score it at 3 and 3 1/8. Okay, I already scored mine. It was easier for me to score it on my paper trimmer. So whatever you want to score it, but 3 and 3 1/8. Okay. And here we go. I can show you what that looks like on the paper trimmer. If you want, make sure you have your score blade. And you're going to go here at 3, score blade, and move it over to 3 1/8 score blade. Okay. That's it. Now we're going to go ahead and punch our corners. Now you can do all 4 if you want. I didn't make this big enough to have a border really on the bottom part. Like you can kind of see it peeking out. So, and I didn't want to punch my laminated paper because I was afraid it wouldn't be food safe if I put it in my puncher that has, you know, paper fibers and glitter and whatnot in there. So I just left it square at the bottom, or rectangle or whatever at the bottom. Okay, so I just did the top. Alright, so you're going to put your short side to the bottom. Now you need a piece of designer paper that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and we're going to go ahead and punch the bottom of that as well. And you're just going to use your adhesive of choice and glue that down. It's a very simple project, guys. Huge wow factor, very simple. Alright, so just put your whatever adhesive you want, your wet glue, your tape runner, whichever is faster for you. Oops, I missed the whole corner. Okay. Line it up as best as you can. If you want a bigger border, that's up to you, but I just did 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, so that way I have the tiniest little border. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our puppy. So we can just move this to the side. And like I said, I use Blackberry Bliss because I don't own a brown ink pad except for Cajun Craze, and it just wasn't dark enough for me. So I switched to Blackberry Bliss, which is a deep purple, but it looks good on the Early Espresso. Alright, so I'm just inking up my puppy dog using one of my clear blocks from the kit, from a kindness kit. Came free with the kit. Okay, and I'm just going to straight down and straight up. He looks gorgeous. Let's go ahead and close that ink pad. Alright, so the purples and the reds do stain your stamp. It's fine. You're going to clean it with whatever little cloth you have. Stampin' Up! Does have the chamois to clean it off, which is great. I just don't have it here with me, so I have to use what I have. Okay, so clean them off. I did stamp a scrap piece of basic white with the, where's he at? The blankets. So I stamped it with this just to punch out the little bow. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take our puncher. We're going to punch out our bow, which again is just on a scrap piece of basic white that I stamped with the Calypso Coral ink pad, which is here. Okay. And now we need to go ahead and punch out our dog. Just kind of line him up as best as you can. He is going to have a border, which I like. I saw some people fussy cutting the border off, but I like the border. Okay. As you can see on the back side, I had stamped the dog and it wasn't perfect, and so I just flipped the cardstock over. Use the other side, right? Alright, so my dog is ready. I'm going to go ahead and glue on my bow. Again, use whatever adhesive you like. I'm going to go ahead and pop that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and pop my gem on there while I'm right here. I just use the biggest size with my pick tool. And just, you know, center it as best as you can. Okay. Alright, so my puppy's ready. He just needs some dimensionals on the back, but we need to stamp out our sentiment. And again, I'm using a scrap of basic white and a scrap of Calypso Coral. The basic white is at 3/4 of an inch. And the Calypso, or excuse me, Petal Pink, I'm so sorry. The Petal Pink is at, I think it's 7/8. Yep, 7/8 of an inch. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take my banner punch. So my piece of paper just happens to be 3/4 by 3 inches. I don't know if that's how long you're going to need it, but that's what mine is right now. Alright, so I'm just going to put it, before stamping, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the grooves. Line it up as best as I can in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Now, if you want to stamp first and banner later, that's totally up to you. I'm very comfortable with stamping. So I just do it this way. You can use your Stamparatus. If you want. So I just inked it up. I'm gonna place it where I think it looks good, and I don't love that, so I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna make sure I ink it up really well. This is a light color, so the Stamparatus probably would be the best, so that way if you needed to ink it multiple times you could. But you know what, I'm gonna live free. Okay, there we go. I like it. Alright, so actually this is perfect. The 3 inches is perfect, and so I'm going to go ahead, and I've seen people who are brave and just went for it like this, but I turn mine over every time. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to cut this by 3 1/4, so 7/8 of an inch by 3 1/4 is what my Petal Pink layer piece is going to be. And I'm going to go ahead and banner cut that as well with my puncher. I know it's called a punch, but my niece says puncher, and so these will forever be called punchers in my eyes. Okay, so line it up in the grooves. Actually, you know what? Since I don't know if I'm going to get this lined up perfectly, I may just hand cut it. I hand cut the other one. Let me see how this works out. Because I wanted to make sure they lined up perfectly. What I did on my other one was I just glued it down and then cut a little tiny border. But I think I'm okay. I think I'm pretty even with my banner here. Because I'm positioning it myself, which is probably an absolute hardest way to do it, but this is what makes me comfortable, so we got to do it what makes us comfortable, right? Okay, so we're going to mount that. And I probably only need it 3 1/8, but I'm okay with it looking like that. Okay, which side did I like better? This side. Okay. All I'm doing is gluing. And actually what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys how to correct this. This is what I was saying about hand cutting it. So I cut it too long. So you can reposition it. Oh, wait, let me see if you can do that. And cut it again, or you can just take your scissors and trim it to what you want. I'm just going to take my scissors and trim it to what I want. So maybe do it by 3 1/8 and not 3 1/4. There we go. Okay. All right. Lesson learned, right? Okay, let's close our ink pad so I don't get ink on myself. And we are ready to assemble. We're going to take out our dimensionals, which are somewhere on my desk. It literally took me 10 minutes to find my dimensionals, and I have like 30 packs of them, and I don't know what I put, where I put any of them. So anyway, all right, so we're going to put 3 dimensionals on the back of that. We're going to flip our puppy over, and we're going to put 3 dimensionals or so on him. I'm going to lay my puppy dog first. Just, you know, wherever you think he looks cute, that's where he's going to go. And then I'm going to put my sentiment, whichever one you choose. And I'm just going to line it up as best as I can in the center. There we go. Okay, so it looks gorgeous. You're going to take your pack of cookies. The opening is to the bottom, so that way, you know, your people can just open it on the bottom. I'm going to use the tear and tape. Excuse me. Just choking there. I just use a little tiny piece up here. You can use staples. The reason I chose not to use staples is because I'm actually allergic to staples. I'm allergic to nickel, and so if I got this, I wouldn't be able to eat the cookies because of that allergy. And so, you know, I just got that little tiny piece of tape, and I'm just lining it up, tape it down, and you can tie a ribbon around this if you want to add that extra oomph to it, or you can just use a little piece of tape and tape it down. In fact, let's grab some ribbon and just see how that looks. This is Stampin' Up! White Glitter 156408. Obviously you would have did this before you put your pieces down, but I didn't think of it until just now. So you can just kind of tie it around if you want for the closure. I don't know why I did it backwards. That'd be really cute too. Let's see how that looks. I like little knots as opposed to bows. I'm really good at taking knots out. Let's untuck his little ear. Okay, well, that's cute. So you can tie a little bow. You can, like this one, I took a little piece of tape and I just taped it down. So obviously if you're mass producing these, I would go with the tape option instead of the ribbon because it's going to be a little bit more cost effective, I think. But this looks absolutely beautiful. You can tie your bow, you know, any which way you like. I would, you know what? Let's do it this way. You can make a huge bow on the side if you're into bows. What I'm doing, I'm going to peel up my sentiment. I love when a project, you know, you make it and your creativity just goes wild. I just love when you're inspired by your own project. Look at this. This is where the magic happens here, right? Inspiration. Make a little bow on the side. Like that. So look at how cute. So I just changed the position of the bow. It looked cute either way. However you want to do it. You can still just, you know, move the backing, pop the cookies out, call it done. I love it. All right, guys. I hope you make these. Tag me if you do. Thanks for watching. Bye.